Good morning, and it is wonderful to be here with you. Now, I've just been watching a Facebook Live from one of my dear friends, Sharon. She's at one of her networking events, and she's talking about going live and started to talk about why people don't go live. That was part of her presentation she's doing today, and I thought, you know what? This is really, really important to share with people, to really share with the whole why don't you want to go live on your own page? Why don't you want to come on to your own social media, whether it's your business or whether it is just part of your career and part of your family? Why is it you hesitate in putting yourself out there in terms of showing up live where there's no editing, it's just as it is, come in raw? What is going on for you? And what I'd love to share with you is I know that there's going to be something going on in your body. Your body is going to be reacting to what it is that's going on for you. So, what I want you to do when you pick up the video, pick up the phone, you're right, I'm going to go do this, and you're trying to talk yourself into it. I want you to feel into your body. Get out of your head, stop thinking about it, feel it. Feel what's going on in your body. It may be somewhere in your chest, up in your throat, maybe your chest, maybe your stomach, but feel where the sensations are, because that's going to be the clue for you to really start to tune in and to recognize where your hesitation comes from. Now, these bodily sensations that we get are coming from triggers from our past. Because, see, right sitting here and now, if you pick up your phone and go live, without a memory or an event from your past, there's no reference point for your brain to go, well, this feels a bit scary. I shouldn't do this. This feels a little bit confronting. I shouldn't do this. It needs a reference point to go back to. So it's the events and the memories from our childhood usually, and certainly things as we've progressed into our adult age that happen to be the triggers for this. So what I want you to do is when you're sitting here and you're going, right, Lorna's telling me I need to go live on my own page, or she tells me I need to go live on a video of some sort, feel into your body, recognize where that sensation is, because it will be there. It may be very, very subtle. You might be not very tuned in. It's going to be there. I want you to feel into it. Then I want you to ask yourself, and ask, if you tune right in, ask that sensation in the body, what is my fear here? What actually is the fear here? It may take a minute. You may be very tuned in. Many of us are. That's where you're going to do the tapping, because I'm always going to advocate to doing the tapping on something and being able to clear something. But just tapping on, oh, I want to go live and I'm too afraid to go live, it's not going to get you the traction. It's not actually going to serve you as well as it could do if you got into the body instead. So say you've just got it in the chest and you're thinking, right, I know I need to do this, but your chest is feeling, usually it's a little bit tight in the chest. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pull in the chest. You may be better off to do tapping on this sensation in my chest. I feel this tightness in my chest. When I think about going live, I get all this tightness in my chest. All this tightness comes through my chest whenever I start to think about going live. All this tightness, I have this tightness. Now tune into the tightness, and what you want to be able to find is what's the emotion behind it. Now, it's a quick little story. I got in myself into a little bit of a tiz the other day. One of my kids was up. I live in Sydney. He lives down in Melbourne, so he was heading back home. Had this impromptu visit, and there was this sadness that came over me when I was saying goodbye to him. And what I recognised was a number of years ago. He used to live with me, obviously. Many years ago, I went overseas on a holiday, and when I came back from that holiday, he had gone home. Or he'd moved out, so I was kind of left alone. And I recognised Thursday I was getting ready to go away for the weekend. When I came back, he wouldn't be here. So it was really interesting. It was just saying goodbye to my son, but recognising an old trigger from before, that when I came home from a holiday, he had moved out. There was abandonment in there and there was rejection in there. Does this make sense to the logical mind? Probably not. Probably doesn't make sense to any of that. However, it was a trigger in my body that I knew I then got to resolve. So your body's going to do the same. It is going to have these reactions. So I'm going to encourage you, when you come to do the live, sit with your body for a second. Remember, feel into where it is. Find that emotion, because mine was rejection and abandonment. Tap through that And most people who are going to do Facebook Lives and things are going to worry about being rejected. They're going to worry about being ridiculed, which is being judged. So they're probably your two primaries are going to be rejection because people won't like it. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? Oh my goodness, are they going to judge me? And most of it's going to be on judgment. So if you focus on there, do some tapping on there, not only will you clear it in the moment, but you'll also clear some other stuff that's lurking in the back of your brain, causing these little triggers as you go along. So I hope that was helpful. It's lovely to see people who have jumped on live. Of course, drop comments in the box below if you are watching the replay. And much love to you. Have the most wonderful, wonderful day.